Oh, well, everybody know who I want next. I want Terrence Crawford next.
You're going to make that happen?
Huh?
You're going to make that happen?
Oh, definitely. That's the fight that I want. That's the fight everybody else want. Like I said, I'm going to get these straps that I'm going to go over there and take his shit too.
All right. Errol, congratulations. Terrific fight this evening.
Thank you, man. Down. Strap season. I know what time it is, baby. Terrence, I'm coming for that motherfucking belt.
All right.
I'm not catching fades anymore. Gotta keep my hands clean when they come for the board. Keep it smooth like a dawn, making moves in the dark. Cause I learned how to swim in the pool full of sharks. Now they coaches, cause they can't read all his motions. How the kid never switch codes, but he codes with focus. Staring down your team with a frozen, ice cold look that could end the summer solstice. Cause I'm more like the top dog. Keep on running game and the gang will accost y'all. I be calling plays from a plane while I'm off court. But we ain't the same, you a lame, I'm a mob star. Actually, I'm a top dog on a stat sheet. Off court, but I call plays for the athlete. Laughing when the cop cars try to catch me. Cause I rolled off in a taxi. Put my feet up, I'm relaxing. Singing Figaro with no accent. While I pour strings from the streets in. Do it all with a straight face, I'm the kingpin. Top dog, top flow, boss mode. I'm the kingpin. Showstopper, top dog, God vibes, I'm the kingpin. They know I'm a dog and a beast, man. Yeah, I keep the peace with a piece, man. I ain't got no time for a piece, man. Why would I respond to a pawn? I'm the... Hold up.
If I let my dogs off the leash, then you might want to get out of Dodge by the evening. Honestly, think it's not the blood and the beef. If they don't leave anything behind after eating.
I can see you soft, ever thought about retreating. If you never have, then they'll give you a reason. Better watch your tone, lose your bass when you speaking. Underneath the mask is the wrath of a... When you learn how to smile in their face, then go cutthroat. Then they wanna call you a con when the blood cold. I remember starving while y'all had a truckload. Now I'm with the mob with the call and the gusto. I'm a top dog on a stat sheet. Off court, but I call plays for the athlete. Laughing when the cop cars try to catch me. Cause I rolled off in a taxi. Put my feet up, I'm relaxing. Singing Figaro with no accent. While I pour strings from the streets in. Do it all with a straight face, I'm the kingpin. Top dog, top flow, boss mode. I'm the kingpin. Showstopper, top dog, God vibes. I'm the kingpin.
The boxing coming back at you. Y'all know how we do. What's happening? Well, let's get some people up in here. I see four up in the building. Don't be shy. You know what I'm saying? Come on down. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? Let's get Cash Crypto, some of the 300 up in the building. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Got a lot to talk about today. Because a lot is happening in boxing, man. It's like, you know what I'm saying? We are watching some fights that's going on between, you know what I'm saying, the Matchroom and the Queenberry, you know what I'm saying, factions over there, over across seas, you know, Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn, you know what I'm saying? They putting on some good events. Now, I can't lie. Because, you know, if you're a fan of the sport, you just want to see some really good action. And, you know, even though they don't have like all the best fighters, but they are putting on shows over there in the Riot Arena. You know what I'm saying? Getting together with Turk Al Sheet, you know what I'm saying? They making shit happen. While we got like a rebuilding process with the PBC and, you know what I'm saying, Top Rank, you know what I'm saying, doing what they do. You know, they're piecemealing out the fights when we should be having all kind of good boxing going on because we got so much talent. But for some reason, that talent is not it's not being unloaded for the folks to really enjoy. Like, you know, I mean, you got so much young talent. I mean, at the 135 pounder over at Top Rank, but yet if he's gonna make the in-house fights, make the motherfucking fights. You know what I'm saying? I want to see Abdullah Mason, and I want to see the Shoes. I want to see the Tiger Johnsons. I want to see the obscure names that's obscure to the casuals. The only way they're going to become a household name is by getting them in the damn ring. These dudes got all kinds of talent. They could be talked about right now if they was to put their talents on display for people to get familiar with them. The Schofields, the H2Os, you know what I'm saying? There's this for the next generation. These guys should build their names right now and their legacies because they can fight their ass off, right? And they got the styles, a fan friendly style that people can get into because now all the older guys like the Errol Smith Juniors, the Terrence Crawford, they're in their mid 30s and they're phasing up out of here. They're getting up out of the sport right now. So it's time for the new guys to come in and start making their names known. You know, we don't want to wait till they in their 28th fight or into the 30th fight, and then all of a sudden, shit, they're on their fuck. They got about 4, 5, 6 fights before they're on their way out, and we're looking for a whole new crowd. No, we need to see them right now. We need to see them young, battling, so we can get familiar with them. Now, I know for the hardcore, we doing research and we're finding these guys, but they're not fighting anybody, right? What's going on, Jay Wash in the building? What's going on, Adam Hurley in the building? Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Adam. They should be building on their legacies now instead of acting like they're these businessmen that's trying to cherry pick early in their career. The only way people become interested in you is if you're kicking ass and taking names early. And I think what's good for Schofield is that he is fighting people that got a similar skill set. Nobody wants to see somebody just, bulldoze through a bunch of no names, and then when you finally meet somebody that's on your around your skill level, you barely scrape by. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it is what it is if that's what happens, but you want to fight similar good competition, right? And I think Top Rank has that. And if they're gonna make the in-house fights, make the goddamn in-house fights. Don't worry about building up a star that you can sell to casuals. Because casuals, they don't know boxing. They don't enjoy the sport the way the hardcore fans do, right? So we know that it's a bunch of bullshit. It's a bunch of bullshit to have a fighter go out there and have his first 20, 18 fights, and it ain't no names on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Who knows how long these guys gonna last or be able to stay motivated to fight at a high level. Each time a fighter with some skills and a fighter with some unique ability go out there, you never know how long they can keep that up because you never know what's going on personally in their life. We've seen it with Jamel Charlo, we've seen it with Earl Smith Jr. You can fight at a high level for a long time, but you can't do it forever. So it takes a special fighter to be motivated and fight top competition, continuously and fight at that and be that champion. You know what I'm saying? Because injuries happen, you get worn down. The human body is a human body. So you never know how long you're gonna last, right? So, it's a human factor to this shit. There's no Supermans in sports. You know what I'm saying? You're only born with what you got. And you might be born with many abilities, right? You might, what I'm saying, you might be born with power like Tank. He's very versatile. You might be able to think your way in tough situations. You might have a chin. There's a lot of things that'll make you last in boxing, but there's a lot of things that'll take you out of boxing too. So you're never the same fighter fight to fight. I know a lot of people think that you are, but you're not. You got to work your way up to it. That's why when you go back and you watch like the Mike Tysons, they had to build themselves up. Mike Tyson used to get his ass beaten sparring all the time. Ali get his ass beaten sparring all the time. You have to build yourself up because you're not just, even though you have the talent, but you got to forge that talent. You know what I'm saying, through blood, sweat, and tears and sparring. And sometimes you can spar too much, so there's a balance. So it's a very special sport. You can hurt yourself by sparring too much, by training too much. So you got to like really be on top of your career. So when you get distracted with other things, you know what I'm saying, you're not the same fighter that you used to be. And we know this is hardcore, but at the same time, we judge you, what I'm saying, by what we see in the ring, right? Not knowing what done happened to that fighter during the buildup of the fight. So I'm saying all this because we don't see the best fights in their prime anymore. I'm saying this because the timing, they making sure that the timing is off when these guys meet. And we're not getting the best product the best bang for our pay-per-view buck, because we're not seeing two guys that are active meeting in the ring. And that's when you see a real good showdown. That's when you see a top a fight that could go either way. We're getting cheated basically. You know what I'm saying? We're getting fighters that are, been out for 14 months, what I'm saying, and one fighter's been active and the other guy, he's got tune-ups. We don't want that no more. We know the intricate part of the sport, that we know both fighters need to be tuned up, man. You know what I'm saying? Even though we got fighters like Earl Smith Jr. who want to be John Wayne, and he come from Texas, and what I'm saying, he don't want to tune up. It should be mandatory, I believe, that fighters be tuned up and be active before they get in the damn ring. Because we're not going to get what we need to see, because every fighter needs that tune up to get back on track. You're not going to be off the basketball court for 2 years and come back hitting jumpers and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to warm up, for a little while, get your running legs up under you. And that's just basketball. That's not boxing, where you're taking punches, where you got to get your punch resistance up. There's a lot of shit, man. That boxing, that's why they held in such high regard, because they're gladiators, and they have to take care of a lot of minute details. You know what I'm saying? Getting your jab right, getting your timing right. That stuff takes a long time to master, and it doesn't stay with you. You know what I'm saying? It's shit that you got to work on. And so if you got that hunger, you're gonna keep up with all those skills, right? It's hard for fighters, you know what I'm saying, to be in their prime and not get the best fights. That's why you look at the resume and you look at who they fought, and you say, well, man, this dude haven't really fought nobody, man. How is he gonna okay, he getting a shot at Tank. So how is he really gonna compete with Tank if he haven't really, been through no adversity, if he hasn't really been testing his boxing IQ. I mean, it's a lot of things that come into it. And I'm thinking to myself, I said, do boxing really let these guys develop? I mean, are they really? They're not like fighting like they used to. They're not getting experience. All they doing is looking for big fights, and they're not like really getting the craft down. So, what I'm saying, and even though they look good against like minor competition B level fighters, I mean, whatever happened to going out there trying to spar the best guys? You know what I'm saying? And going out there and grabbing that knowledge, so you can change. You can have other tools to deal with different styles and stuff. And that's why a good amateur pedigree is good, because you got other tools that you can develop and rely on, right? And a good coach to keep you on your toes, not just a business partner, but a mentor, somebody, saying you look up to, like a Emmanuel Stewart, or somebody who can teach you the nuances of aggression, when to be aggressive, when to be defensive, and saying, just to bring the strategy part, because what we're looking at is guys who lack a lot of the fundamentals of boxing that we love. Because I'm looking at the heavyweight division, and I'm saying these guys suck. It look like I could go to the gym, and I could train for 6 months, and I'll be competitive with these motherfuckers. I get my ass knocked out, tell you the truth, but at least you could go in there and last 4 or 5 rounds with these motherfuckers, because they lack so many skills, right? Because the average person is not used to taking no damn punch. That's the problem. But if you go in there, you get used to taking punches and moving, shit, you'll probably survive with most of the damn pros that's fighting out here today, right? Where back in the day, motherfuckers knew how to do everything. Fight off the back foot. Motherfucker put pressure on you. Bob and weave. These motherfuckers don't do none of that. You know what I'm saying? It's like they specialize in a couple of things, and that's all they work on. So I'm just kind of like looking at the lack of skill, what I'm saying, in each division. The cruiserweight division suck. You know what I'm saying? It's like, are these real pros, or do they need to go back? They need to, whoever is giving out the damn pro card, they need to, what I'm saying, they need to reevaluate that. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't see a lot of pro material out here. Is it that, or is it that, they are pros, but they just working on a few aspects. They're just not all around complete fighters. There's something going on like that, because I'm just tired of seeing the lack of I was watching that guy. I think his name is Opaya or some shit like that, and all he was doing was a 1-2, and he was just trying to fight from the inside. He had no inside game, and it's like he got fucked up and shit by a old veteran. I forgot what the guy name was, but he's an old veteran, and the dude almost knocked his ass out by the end of the damn fight. I'm just like, bro, you didn't know that you need a fucking inside game? I mean, what are your coaches teaching you, bro? I mean, at some point, all fighters need to know how to fight off the ropes. I mean, I'm not even a coach, and I can tell you some of these things. We watch boxing forever, bro. You're gonna need to know how to when a fighter comes in and he's pressuring you. Tyson Fury didn't know that shit. Usyk had to come to the inside and sell out on his ass. I mean, he didn't know that shit. So it's just certain things that we're looking at these heavyweights and they just lack certain skill that they should have. And I don't know if it's that they're taking these fighters lightly or they just don't give a damn. It's like, fuck it, I've done everything. I'm just gonna go in here and I'm just play it by ear. Now some fighters can do that if they think they got it like that. Some fighters can do that. You could throw caution to the wind, but at the same time, you still got to train. You still got to train, what I'm saying, for whatever little bit you're gonna do. Whether it's you need more stamina, you need to work on your stamina. If you're gonna last, if you're just gonna try to download the data, kick back and just see what the other guy got, you got to be able to last. They're not even doing that shit. They're just playing it by ear, going for the money, and it's like we're getting cheated because these guys are not coming in top shape. They're not taking it seriously. They just getting to the big money and then they just letting everything fall. The skills, fuck the fans. So I'm gonna do what the hell I want to do. I'm just gonna give a half-ass effort. Jamel with the Canelo fight. I thought that was gonna be some shit. I thought that was gonna be like a really. He finally got a shot to show Canelo, saying that he the man. He went in there and he went in there to survive. I'm like, bro, what the hell happened? What happened to Jamel Charlo that we know? You know what I'm saying? What happened? He just didn't turn coward overnight. I think this is a decision that he made. He's like, fuck it. I done became undisputed and they become content after a certain success, amount of success. And they're like, fuck it, I'm not gonna get hurt. I'm just gonna go in here and box and you know what I'm saying, and I'm not gonna even try to win unless it's just easy like that. And to me, that's where boxing is just kind of has written down as a sport. You got guys that's in here just trying to get to the big money, and once they pass that certain plateau, what I'm saying, a certain amount of fame, and they get a shot at the big time, and it's like shit, they out of here. Because I don't expect to see Jamil or Jamal Charlo to come back, what I'm saying, as they once was. And I don't think it's due to injuries. I think it's a mental mindset that they feel like they done enough in the sport and it's like they don't want to compete like that no more. You know what I'm saying? So let me read some of the comments because I've been running it. What's going on, Philly 91? What's happening, bro? You know what I'm saying? He said that's a yeah, Adam Hurley says that's a surprise fight to me. He said Schofield and Salieve is a great fight. I think so too. I think, and I was excited about the Virgil Ortiz and the Tim Tszyu fight. I thought these was fights that was going to bring back a little bit of the glory of boxing because you had two fighters. These fighters are meeting in their primes and not when they're old men and shit. You know what I'm saying? And they're kind of like on the same skill level. And that's where we want boxing to be, no matter who got belts, no matter what, man. We want to see the best fight the best. You know what I'm saying? And when you have fighters in their prime that can fight, got a little cachet behind their names, you want to see them go at it young, right? You want to see some rounds thrown. You want to see some power thrown. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to see 2, 4, 5 punches thrown, and then motherfucker got to take a long ass break. He done punched himself out. Man, that shit is for the birds, bro. You know what I'm saying? We want to see the battles like, motherfuckers been really training hard. You know what I'm saying? They done went over there to Colorado. They done, put the work in, you know what I'm saying? And everybody's ready. They've been active and they're ready to go. That's not what the fuck we seeing right now. Right now we seeing a bunch of motherfuckers that's wore out. They get into the bag. They all banged up. They can't recuperate because they got arthritis and shit. You know what I'm saying? And motherfuckers just going in there giving you what they got left. And I'm tired of that shit, man. It's like we putting all our fucking energy behind these people. You know what I'm saying? And they're not telling you what's really going on. Like Deontay Wilder talking about fucking retirement. You got EJ talking about retirement after the Fundura fight. Nobody don't want to hear that shit. Keep that shit to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Unless not gonna go out here and give your full 100% effort. You know what I'm saying? Don't come out here talking about no goddamn retirement, playing with your kids and shit like that. I don't want to hear it. So because it's a shame about Zoo pulling out of the Ortiz fight. Exactly. I'm pissed off about that because that was one of the best fights. That was one of the best fights that we have in boxing. And something, it's almost to the point where you can almost predict if it's too good to be true, then it's probably not going to happen, right? So I mean, I'm like, bro, what's this pulling out shit, bro? Don't announce the fucking fight if you ain't gonna goddamn get in the ring, right? Don't announce the fight. I mean, that's a fight that everybody was. I mean, Ortiz, every time he gets a good fucking fight, he was talking about fighting Crawford, and we knew that was bullshit. What I'm saying, when he got knocked down by Aegis Kavalauskas, we said, well, that shit is off the table. You know what I'm saying? Whatever happened to these fighters pushing for these fights and trying to be great? No, they get hit one time and get fucked up, get falumaloon one time, and now they got to go retool and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they got to build themselves up to be, hey, a loss is a loss, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Learn from that loss and push on and still go for the best. And that's not what's happening. They're trying to craft their little careers to the point where, they're afraid of taking a damn L. And it's like, shit, man, we looking like crap out here. For all the other sports, they getting it in. MMA, how many losses have some of those guys taken and come right back to be champion? You know what I'm saying? They proven it right there in MMA. You know what I'm saying? They take a loss, they come back and they win because they learn, they retool, they learn from their weaknesses and learn what not to do through getting in the ring and being active, right? So I don't know what's going on in boxing, but it's just like, to me, they're trying to protect so many goddamn people. Too many people are getting protected. You only got so many bullshit, C-level fighters they can go through to look good. I'm tired of looking at showcase fights and saying, "Oh man, that guy is good. Man, that guy, he looked like he got, but and then as soon as they step up to some crafty veteran and they about to get their ass knocked out. It's like because they haven't worked on all this shit. Because somebody's gonna test you where you're weak at. You're a pro for a reason, and a lot of these guys can box, but they don't have all the other tools that they need to rise to the next level. You know what I'm saying? I think Ugas was one of those guys, but he worked on his shit. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't have nothing else. He had that hunger to get better. I think Ugas lost like what 3 or 4 fights. You know what I'm saying? Before, but he kept improving. Each time he kept improving and it became one of the top welterweights, right? And he was dangerous. You know what I'm saying? In the ring, he arguably beat Sean Porter, gave him all kind of hell, even knocked his ass down, and they didn't even count the knockdown. So, you could go from being a B level fighter to, what I'm saying, a A level fighter, what I'm saying, by raising your game, right? And working on your craft. And we don't have enough of those kind of fighters right now. Right now, we just got motherfuckers just want to fight these C, B level fighters and consider themselves elite. That's why I give Keyshawn Davis so much issues because he want to talk so much shit, you know what I'm saying? Because he got skills. But you got to fight. You got to fight somebody, bro. You got to go out there, challenge Shakur Stevenson. You know what I'm saying? Challenge him. He always talking shit. You talking shit. Hey, man, hey, get him in the ring. Stop trying to avoid him because that's your friend. You know what I'm saying? Friends can fight in boxing. If you're a friend, you want to make money together. You know what I mean? So it's like they got the game fucked up. They got the game fucked up. He says, Kagan says, a bit worried about Wilder. Say he looked kind of frail to me in his open workout session on Wednesday. With Wilder, I think it's another case of him just chasing money. I don't think he has the hunger. People still believe in Bomb Squad. As you see my avatar, I'm a very big fan of Wilder because of his pure willpower, to go in there and fight the best. But look like right now, with Malik Scott as his coach, he can't do all that shit Malik Scott trying to get him to do. Yeah, you could do that shit in training, but what about in a fight? In a fight, I mean, you're not young, you don't have the same athletic ability that you had when everybody was avoiding you, right? Which really pisses me off with AJ, and that's why I say he would never reach AJ, because unless he's just like got arthritis in his arm, unless they just feel like he's totally trash, they're not gonna allow him to fight AJ. And that really pisses me off. You know what I'm saying? Because at the time when Wilder was crushing it, they protected AJ, and a lot of people keep coming with that bullshit, talking about they offered him $120 million. I'm like, bro, we already debunked that shit. He was just gonna be signed to the Zone like they did Demetrius Andrade, and that they would have kept Wilder away from AJ. They would have used his name, to put him in these big heavyweight events just to draw a crowd. You know what I'm saying? But they never would put them in the same ring together. Demetrius Andrade never fought Triple G. He never fought Canelo Alvarez. You know what I'm saying? All they did was sign him to a big contract and put him put him to the side and fight all these little B minus fighters, right? And then when he went in there, you saw the video where we went in there and asked him, "Hey, why are you not mentioning my name with Canelo and Triple G?" And they just told him like what you want? Now you talking up? It's like what's we thought you were good. No, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Y'all knew that this dude was a top prospect, to fight these guys, but they didn't want to fight Demetrius Andrade, so they waited him out, just like they waited Deontay Wilder out. Now that Deontay Wilder look like he's picking up a few fights, they're getting scared again. So they're never gonna if he goes out here and knock out Zane, right, and he looks good, that fight's never gonna happen. Fight's never gonna happen. We've seen it before. You know what I'm saying? Even though Wilder is not the same dude, they still think he has that. They're scared of that right hand, and it's just a shame that this is what boxing has come down to. It's not about the competition. It's about building events that a star fighter can win, building up showcase fights, and it just kind of sucks. What's going on, Deontay? What's going on, bro?
Not much, man. Not much, man. Yeah, I won't gonna be up here long, man. But I just heard you saying some good shit, man. That, like you were saying with these fighters, man, we wait like the Spencer and Crawford. You should have got that fight when them guys were like 32 and 29 years old. Looking at Boots and David Benavidez, these guys 26, 27, they not getting their shot. At that age, back when Sugar Ray and them guys was fighting, man,
23,
they were already champions. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you looking at a 26-year-old and guys saying they not ready, they not this, they not that, at 26 years old, you should be in your prime. That's when you should be getting the fights,
That's right. That's right.
I mean, it's just a crazy, like you said, we getting the fights, like, even if we get Crawford and Boots, I know everyone acts like Crawford still, like, Crawford 37 years old, man. You know what I'm saying? Boots 26, 27, 26, I believe. So, I mean, like I say, that fight, I want to fight, but, like, Crawford should have already fought Danny Garcia. He should have fought these guys, you know what I'm saying? And these guys should have fought him. They should have wanted to fight him. Keith Thurman went before he got all them injuries, like Canelo, like, that's where you get the trilogies what's it called, where you got two far the rematches and the trilogies and things like that. When the guys fight early, then they fight again later on in their career, then they fight again late. Then they might go get that retirement bag at the end. You know what I'm saying? When they both pass their prime. Let's do it one more time. They can go ahead and get that money. You know what I'm saying? That's what you had back in the old days. But now we lucky if we get to fight one time, I don't know, man. It's just, as a sport, then like you were hitting on some with Top Rank, like you got a guy like Abdullah Mason, a super talent, and then you got a guy like the Vargas kid who's a super talent. They both 20, 21 years old. So, and they in the same weight class. wait, and these guys might not fight for another 6 years. You know, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we don't know when they'll ever fight. You know, so you'll never know exactly what the guy is until you see him in there with the same level of talent as they got. You know, so like I say, man, it's just, you know, and I just feel like, you know, I know Crawford moved up, but you know, then Boots don't get it. Now Boots gonna wipe that 47 division out, but he didn't get a shot at Crawford. David Benavidez had to move up because Canelo went fighting. These guys are 26. These guys should be the guys that either you beat them or either you're gonna beat them and keep them from getting the torch, or you fight them and they're gonna take the torch. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where the big fight's at. You know,
Well,
and
it's gonna be a problem if Boots move up to 54 because I mean he could dive right into the middle of it. That's a hornet's nest of all
right,
of the legendary fighters that on the brink of retirement. He can get all that
right,
smoke up there. So what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen is that they're gonna dodge his ass. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
you're right. Yeah,
He's if he moves up to 154, they're gonna dodge him, man. They're gonna say that
right,
he don't have anything, he haven't fought nobody. I'm like, bro,
right,
that's besides the point. You know he's a fucking
right.
great fighter. You know he's
And
but
that's what
go ahead.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and that's what I see he doing. He trying to go up. He trying to unify 47, so he take a name up with it. You know what I'm saying? Like he already been a champion. He got because if he go up there and all he got is his IBF belt that they gave to him, they gonna say, well, he ain't beat nobody. He ain't fought nobody. I'm not. You know, I mean, he need to go out there and do such and such. You know what I'm saying? By the
Hmm.
time he do that, they're gonna retire. You know what I'm saying? You know, so you said Boots ain't fought nobody. But in Crawford's situation, you said Boots ain't fought nobody. Well, who this 10-0 guy from Europe you about to fight? Who did he fight? You know, you know. I mean, who did this guy fight? You know,
And
so
they trying to build them up, trying to put them past Triple G with words, trying to say
yeah,
he's Triple G 2.0. And I'm like,
yeah,
bro, he got 10 motherfucking fights. How you gonna be Triple G 2.0? I
yeah.
mean, you got
And he got
10,
a draw up there against somebody. So I mean, yeah, I
and
mean, yeah,
you know in boxing you got to have experience, bro. How you gonna
right,
fight a dude who's been unified, I mean undisputed 2 times, bro? You know what I'm saying? You
yeah,
think you're gonna come in here with 10 fights and beat that guy? You think you'll convince casual fans of that shit? You know what I'm
right,
saying? Yeah, they
right,
think that shit is
right.
possible, but we know that's impossible. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
To defend that, I don't care.
And the only way I could see him winning, it would have to be Crawford just got old as hell overnight and just, you know, he just, you know, fell off a cliff. That's the only way. Cause ain't no other way that guy gonna beat Crawford. You know what I'm saying? I
Well,
mean, no way at all. Yeah.
think about it.
So
I mean, well, you've
yeah.
been 37, I've been 37, and
Yeah.
it's like people really think that you can move like Crawford at 37, bro. Like,
Right.
like you 20 something years old, bro. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I'm like, bro, these guys, you got to use your common sense, bro. We seen
Yeah.
Ali at 33. We seen what's his name Sugar Ray Leonard at 32. They look like old
Yeah.
motherfuckers.
I remember what Terry Norris did to him. I said, man,
Right. So
yeah.
they're looking at Crawford at fucking 37. Oh man, no man, he just special. He just special, nigga.
Yeah.
You know, it ain't no goddamn if you on the wrong side of 35, bro, you ain't moving like that, bro. I don't give a damn how many calisthenics you doing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's a and you
Right.
done been in the ring for this long. So
Right.
y'all got to stop that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like you gotta stop
Right.
that shit. It's a reason why they're not fighting these young and up and coming guys, especially when they're that
Right.
good. Somebody with a
That's right.
pedigree. Because see, the problem with Boots is he's got experience beyond his years because of his family pedigree. He come from
Right.
like
Yeah.
he's got that Floyd Mayweather pedigree where his uncle was a fighter, his brother was a fighter, his daddy was a fighter. So he
Right.
can leap certain bounds. He got certain amount
Right.
of confidence because he's been fighting all his life. So you know
Yeah.
he's born
Most definitely.
in the right. He's like a little Spartan. He was born to
Yeah.
fight. So you know he
Yeah.
can he can leap across different saying confidence lines. Right. He could
Yeah.
fight a Crawford.
Yep.
Now I don't know if he's going to win, but he's
Yeah.
not going to lack the confidence to try to beat Crawford. He's not gonna
Right.
lack it. You know what I'm saying? So he
Right.
got a good shot of his youth and vitality to overcome Crawford because he's got the
Hey, look.
skills, right?
Hey,
Mhm.
look, Pool. I always play basketball and stuff. At 37 years old, when I get out there with a bunch of 26 years old, you know, I might be doing good at the beginning, but you know, sooner or later in that game, them niggas jumping higher than me and got more energy than me. You know, you know
I
what I'm
mean,
saying?
bro, you go out there
That's
with some
nice.
18-year-olds, boy, you cannot keep
Yeah,
up with them some bitches, bro.
right. Yeah,
Come on, you can't do it. You be that dude that's jogging at the end of the play and shit. Them
yeah,
motherfuckers are not
yeah.
ready. You looking at about 5 rebounds and shit, and you finally crossing the damn court,
Yeah,
the half court line and shit. You like, oh man, the ball going back the other way. You might as well just stay
yeah.
on
Them
defense,
niggas
my
running.
nigga.
Them dudes running. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Right.
you know, and that's
So,
what I'm saying.
but they think these damn 36, 37-year-old could keep up with the 18-year-old or the little young fellas that's coming
But
in here crazy.
but if you notice with Canelo and Crawford, if they fight a guy that's younger, they are just way more skilled than them guys. You know what I'm saying?
Of
And if they
course.
and other than that, they're gonna fight guys around their same age. So we all running about the same speed. You know what I'm saying? Should we walking that ball across the court? You know what I'm saying? We ain't running like that. You know what I'm saying? Like Crawford
If
with
you can
Spence.
slow it
You
down,
know?
if you can
Yeah.
slow it down though, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So, which is always them young guys that don't give a fuck about that. They gonna rat through your ass. And it's
That's
like
right.
and Boots,
Yeah.
one of them type of dudes. He can do different things, right? He's not
Right.
just he don't just have
Right.
one tactic. Like I said, that pedigree. You know what I'm saying? When
Yeah.
Floyd was coming up, you know, he wasn't as experienced as the champions he was beating. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
That's right. Yep.
He just had all kind of fucking skills he could try. He could outthink
Right.
you in the ring. And see, when you
That's it.
come from a family, you know, where you done mastered everything, motherfucker, in the ring.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You could get through it. And that's what I'm saying about people like Boots and you know what I'm saying, where you really don't have to anymore. You know, maybe the young Vargas kids, you know, said they
Yeah.
daddy was a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? So them boys are
Yeah.
gonna go far because of
Yeah.
the pedigree of their family. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Right.
their daddy was a
Right.
motherfucker before
Right.
he sold.
And they come through and they know their fathers know where they fucked up, where they messed up at. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I'm a guide you this right way because I know where I messed up. You know, Fernando Vargas was a bad dude, but you know he won't live in the boxing lifestyle all the way. You know what I'm saying? So
Well, not
you
just
know,
that. He tried to
yeah,
become a power puncher. He got good power,
right,
but somebody
right,
he started, you know, doing steroids and you know what I'm saying, start
yeah,
coming in there thinking he's just gonna knock out Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar, no, nigga, it ain't like that. No,
yeah,
You gonna
yeah,
have to box some, nigga. You got to learn how to box, even though they
right,
slugged it out. You know what I'm saying? He
right,
showed him he outpowered the dude that's supposed to have all the power. And once those
right,
steroids wore out, he got his ass beat. So, you
yeah,
know, he could teach his kids, like, look, you're gonna have to be balanced. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? When Vargas was boxing, not too many people could fuck with him when he
yeah.
boxed.
That's right.
He
Yeah,
stayed in the
yeah,
pocket too long with Trinidad. You know, he thought that shit was sweet. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But Trinidad
yeah.
showed him that, you know, the power is real.
Yeah. Sometimes them guys get into that habit of listening to the instead of doing what they
Man,
do to win. They like Tim Bradley did when that Russian boy beat the shit out of. They listen to what people are saying and then they go in there and do something stupid. You know what I'm saying? And that's what a lot trying to change their style and all that. And, you know,
yeah,
but
because he was never the
but
same
they
after that fight. He was never the same
no, he
after that
won't.
Russian.
No,
That was a hell
not
of a
at
fight
all.
too. That was a
Yeah,
hell of a fight.
yeah,
He was beating the shit out of Brad. But Bradley, he made his
yeah.
bones in that fight. I had a lot of
He had
respect.
he had his heart. He had the heart. Yeah, you know.
I mean,
So
he was getting faloomaloomed in that motherfucker. I was like, wow. He was whipping. I
yeah,
mean, but that Russian was rough, and he was Drago, bro. That dude was.
yeah,
He was one of them dudes that put his face in it. You know what I'm saying?
right. Yeah,
He put his head in the pocket, and he was swinging for the fences. And
yeah,
but we don't have those kind of fights no more, man. It's like these guys
right.
are afraid to take these risks, and
And then
they
when they
want,
do, like you say, and then when they do, they around 30 some years old, and
yeah.
like they wait for that one big fight instead of just fighting. You know, they just waiting for that one big money fight. You know, and I don't get that, man. I don't get it because the sport if we get past the point of where we ain't worried about a guy having a loss or something like that, which I think the fans are not worried about it as much as they think. Now, you know what I'm saying? If you're fighting and fighting good fights, you know what I'm saying? The people going bad, man. But but them promoters are still on that trying to protect the fight. Like you say, Top Rank got 100,000 prospects and won't let now one of them fight each other. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of they'll put them all on the same card and they all be fighting some club fighter from that area. You know what I'm saying? Wherever they bought them from. So I mean, now you got to start letting these guys mix it up to find out who the best one is. So.
Well, they just use the names. They just use the names to draw in people. You know what I'm saying? Like Wilder, but it won't be no AJ. You know what I'm saying? Like that's they using Wilder name over there just to draw in. You know what I'm saying? People who want to see these fights. But Wilder is fighting Zane. He'll never make it to AJ. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna give him. I don't think they're gonna give him that. The only way they'll give him that fight, I feel, is if he looks. His legs been looking a little shaky to me the last couple times. I need to see if Wilder look like Wilder, they're not gonna put him in there with AJ because no matter if AJ beating the hell out of him or what's happening, AJ got a chin issue and he can't go to sleep. So if Wilder touch that chin, that could be the end of it, regardless to what AJ could be beating him every round. You know what I'm saying? But if Wilder catch him with the right punch, that's the end of it. That's with anybody in the heavyweight division with Wilder. So but the problem
wouldn't take that chance.
This is my problem. They never give him credit for taking on the best guys, the most dangerous guys. So,
Wilder fight anybody.
Right, but there's no incentive. That's why it's no incentive to fight the best, because we want you to continue to fight the best. And these guys, they don't want to do that. They don't give a fuck about being number one. They want to be called number one,
right?
But they don't want to prove that they're number one by fighting the best. And they want to do what the hell they want to do. Like, Crawford knew goddamn well that nobody knew who Magadroff was, right?
Right.
We knew he had a belt, so the fight we wanted to see was him and Jermell Charlo, right? So so when he came back down after losing Canelo, your boy said he didn't want to fight Jermell anymore because he took a loss. I guess he wanted to go for the undisputed up at 154. Probably if he would. Mm-hmm. And
I've been trying to tell it.
Go ahead.
I've been telling these Crawford fans. I've been trying to tell these Crawford fans that, like I said, I just love boxing, man. Like I say, because they said, well, he did this against Canelo. I'm like, well, you can't take Canelo victory and say, okay, so that means he might fight Bud different. That's two niggas fighting. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna let Bud. He gonna be trying to go at Bud. He ain't trying to let Bud beat him like that. So that's what I'm saying, man.
What's up, y'all? I got to jump in. I heard y'all talking about my boy. You know that back sitting. I said pull counter. Been making shit up. Let me come on. What's going on, Steve? What's up, y'all? What's up, man? All right, man. Now, let me jump in for what y'all was just saying, man. That man exposed. Charlo had ruffled panties up under his skirt. So who the hell want to fight him?
That's okay. I mean, that's okay, but I still like to see. I don't care if Bud whip his ass, but I like to see it. Show me you gonna whip his ass.
That's the problem.
Ain't that a better fight than the other dude he fighting, whoever this European guy is?
You got to knock somebody out or something, man, for that fight. After that performance, man, I was like, God, dog, man, I'd rather see Big Charlo coming at least try. Little Charlo just came in there for a check and everybody knew it, man. The boy ruined their name, but they family in 2 months. One got slapped and one got his whole world slapped in the ring.
I mean, like the whole Lions only brand, bro, just disintegrated overnight. Overnight, bro. That shit just disappeared. I was like, bro, what's going on in Texas?
I'm like, man, you got slapped and you apologized? I said, man, God, man, they ain't had no beef.
Maul going through some other issues. I don't know what's up with Maul. Maul got some he need a therapist or something. He got something else going on.
They both,
You know what I'm
That's
they
saying?
both
it.
need, because the other one, what he did, knocked out some chick that was in his house or some shit. I'm like, what the hell? I mean, put some of that shit in the ring. That's the shit that we like, but we
They
want to
got
see that
Yeah,
shit in the ring. We want to see that craziness in the ring. Cause I
yeah.
thought for sure something was wrong with Jamel Charlo. You know what I'm saying? I
yeah,
thought he was
something
gonna
wrong
bring
with
that
him.
shit to Canelo. I said he was gonna go crazy on Canelo.
And that's
Yeah,
a
I expected
shame,
more.
man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Canelo.
but man, I don't know. It just kind of piggyback off what y'all was saying about the older fighters. Now they trying to kind of fight the people, man. It's messed up, man. I think the promoters take a big hand in that because, like y'all say, they trying to protect. They trying to protect people. They the biggest ones in
Yeah,
protecting their investments.
yeah.
A lot of the time boxers ain't smart enough. All it takes is somebody to say, "Hey, I think he'll beat you." They who? Where they at?
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Right.
that's
Yeah,
most
like that guy.
boxers.
What's that guy they kept talking about gonna beat Chicago? Raymond Maritala. They were hyping this dude up. And then I watched him fight. And I'm like, that guy ain't moving his head off the line.
He gonna
He
get
looked
killed.
like trash out here. You know what I'm saying? I thought he was, but they were matchmaking him, you know what I'm saying? So, but he gotta show me more. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say, man, they just like you say, the promoters just they don't want to put them in with a risk until it's a championship fight or something,
Yeah, man.
So they
I
won't
mean,
let
for
them fight each
real,
other.
for everybody who was blessed to see the heyday of promoting, you know what I'm saying? When you actually saw boxers on commercials, saw them actually getting known outside of the sport to build up big fights. Like half of them folk didn't know who Sugar Ray and Tommy Hearn was, but they saw them on them commercials. They saw them on this and that, and they had their cities behind them, and that made for a big fight. Now we got Joe Jacobs from buttfuck Alabama, and you got
Yeah,
folks. Man, nobody don't know who these folks is, so you got to
yeah,
build them up, or it ain't gonna be no money in this fight. It just,
right.
it's simple math, and they not doing what they want to do because for one, Bob Arum don't want to pay nobody over $25 for a fight. Like we're gonna go ahead and fight this mother who's a maniac for $25. Nobody.
And,
So he can't. Go ahead, Paul. My bad.
no, I was just gonna say, like, he got a stock of like Olympians. This from this past Olympic boxing. He got a bunch of them dudes, man, and it's like he's not putting them out there on display. Like nobody, when I talk about Tiger Johnson, nobody knows who the hell I'm talking about. The guy
At
from
all.
Cleveland. I'm like,
Tiger a
bro,
bad boy too.
and
Tiger
I was
can
like,
box.
bro, this dude is at 147. Do y'all understand this?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, he could be beating up some people right now at 147, climbing the rankings. Why is he not climbing the rankings? Because they're not allowing him to fight nobody in the top 10. You know what I'm
And the
saying?
bad thing about it, Pool, is Tiger already 25 years old, man. So why you
Oh
moving
my
him like that?
God. See,
You
this is
know?
the shit I'm talking about. 25 and nobody don't know who the hell he is. Isn't
Mm.
that crazy? Isn't that crazy? This
That's
dude,
crazy.
this dude got hands, he got speed, timing, all that shit we like to see. You know what I'm saying? And it's like nobody know where he at. He over there
And this
buried
the
that goddamn top rank. Go ahead.
and this is the problem. He got to go on Twitter and make a complete ass of himself and embarrass his mom, his dad, and everybody else who taught him anything in life to make a name for himself in this day and age in boxing. You feel me? Ryan Garcia probably is one of the most popular as far as like trending. You say you put him in a video, all the numbers is crazy, but every day on Twitter he having a freaking breakdown. Oh man, I want to be a snowman today. Man, shut the fuck up.
That nigga is the young. He's a soap opera boxer, man. That shit is the young and the restless
He's
and
everything
shit.
was wrong with the sport.
I'm talking about just. I mean, and then he's trying to talking about he had shit in his supplements. I'm so tired of hearing that excuse. You know what I'm saying? Somebody put something in the supplements. Man, that is such bullshit. Nigga, you cheated. You know what I'm saying? And you went out there and you damn near killed this kid. You know what I'm saying? Embarrassed him. You know what I'm saying? And then you try to be bold about the shit, bro. Come on, man. It's like we gotta
Mm-hmm.
stop this shit. We gotta stop
But
this
let me
shit.
ask y'all. Let me ask y'all though. If y'all was hanging, would y'all get Olympic style testing and fight him
Hell
again?
yeah. Hell yeah. If that was me, if you took an ass whipping and shit, you gonna try to get that back, even outside
Yeah,
the
I was gonna
ring.
say I gotta get it. I gotta have, man. You know,
Yeah.
if it was me.
If I go in there
Yeah,
and get my ass whipped again, it's just what men do. You know what I'm saying? You don't take the damn coward role and be like, no, he's a cheat. He don't. Excuse me. He
Damn,
don't have
man,
the
Ryan
extra.
done goddamn did that.
He's a cheater. So why would I fight a cheater? I'm like, you crazy as hell. Look what Kodo. You think Kodo would have let Margarito go for that punk shit that he did? You know, no, he
He
whipped Cass
wanted him.
and he beat his ass. That's right. You know what I'm saying? Nobody said Margarito was gonna put cast on his hands again and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, hell no, nigga. I don't give a fuck if he did. I'm coming with cast on my shit.
Hey,
You know what
man, we
I'm
got to run that back.
saying?
I'm finna be on something.
In boxing, when a motherfucker hits you low, you don't complain to the ref that he hit you low. You hit him low back. You
Yep.
know what I'm
Shoot
saying?
him an elbow real quick. Let him know
Right.
we can do this shit all
Saying,
night.
I mean, it's like, what do we talk about? It's like we don't forgot how to fight. We don't forgot the man rules. You know what I'm saying? It's like everything's supposed to be done like on some up or straight up justice shit, like go through the courts and shit. No, that's not how you handle shit, man. Boxing is a dirty sport. Get it back in blood, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Hit that nigga in the back of the head.
too
You know what I'm
many
saying?
tulips. Ain't enough
Right.
cactus.
Hit him in the back of the head. You know, say don't go complaining to the ref. You let that motherfucker know that if you do something dirty to me, I'm gonna do something dirty to you. Okay? And then we can fight, saying straight up from then on. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't understand it. That's how it used to be. But people now, oh man, Devin shouldn't subject himself to a dirty fighter. I'm like, you crazy as hell. You
It's
know
too
what I'm
much
saying?
estrogen.
I'm like, it ain't no way he all on the fucking videos with his hair, saying trying to look good. Nah, I'm finna fuck your ass up. You getting back in this ring, and Devin don't have that. He's got that. Maybe it's true what Tank said. He's a suburban kid. These suburban
Yeah, I
kids.
think man, Devin you gotta get your get back, man. The man
Maybe, maybe
he making rap songs about you. And, I mean, put him on some Olympic style testing, make him test his ass round the clock. You know what I'm saying? Like Floyd used to do them guys. You know what I'm saying? And see what happened. You know what I'm saying? Shit, like you
but
say, yeah, gotta get your get back one way or the other,
But
whether you win, lose, or whatever. But hopefully, you put on a much better performance. You know what I'm saying? So,
shit, I'll be
yeah.
in prison by now. Cause I've been waiting outside this goddamn home and shit with a bat. I like
you gotta
nigga,
come out of
hell
there
no.
sometime.
Hell no, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't get it, man. But
I,
if that's the route that he take, it's gonna make him look weak. They don't understand the reputation. They don't understand about having that drive. You know what I'm saying? To being undefeated. If you're gonna be undefeated, man, you got to have that spirit, that fighting spirit. And I don't see it in these guys. I see businessmen. I see guys making what I'm saying, cherry pick moves. You know what I'm saying? I see them, just trying to maneuver their way through their career. And that's not gonna work because you're gonna come across a Matisse. You're gonna come across motherfuckers that really just, they just want to be the best. And when you fight
Yeah,
those kind of fighters, it's gonna be hard to beat them because they got the hunger. You know,
right.
they
And
they they
them guys came up tough too, Matisse. Because I was looking at Pit Bull in that all access thing or whatever it was. Man, so I couldn't even buy my whole family, couldn't even get a taco. You know what I'm saying? Went out there toe rolling up. You know what I'm saying? Like he had a different drive. Even when he fought Tank, he was coming after him. He ain't got no skill like that. But
hmm
he bringing it though. You gonna have to knock me the hell out if you're gonna beat me. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I'm coming. So I respect that in a fighter, man. So hopefully
yeah.
we need more of that in the game. That's all, man.
I, I mean, you just never had to question did a fighter really want it back in the day. You had the Simon Brown, Sweet Peas, and you had the Buddy McGurts, and these was all just guys that was just going for it. And it's like they wasn't trying to cherry pick; they were just trying to fight the number one guy. And that's not what we're seeing. They don't give a damn who's number one right now. They just want to fight the dude they think they can beat. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't see them calling out everybody. They just calling out particular ones, and you can see it. You know, from the top on down. Canelo, he finally vacated the fucking belt. The IBF, some dude named William Scully or some shit like that. Said so. I guess he figured that that's just too low on the totem pole for him to fight. But then he's gonna vacate the belt when David was sitting there for 3 years. David Morrell was sitting there for a couple of years, waiting on this dude to fight him, and he just went all the way around them. And all his fucking fans is like, "Oh, he's too big to fight Canelo." I'm like, bro, how do you make that fucking decision as a boxing
And
fan?
that's another one there. Morrell and Benavidez. I want to see that shit. You know what I'm saying? Both of them guys about 26 years old. I want to see that shit. You know what I'm saying? They both went to 175, but I know they're not gonna fight as long as Bivol and Beterbiev got the belts. You know what I'm saying? So
But
you know,
my thing is, if David get a shot at fighting Beterbiev or Bivol, he's going for the best. You know what I'm saying?
right?
It's
Yeah,
like he's not just trying to avoid David. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he sat at 168 for what, 3 or 4, 5 years, something like that,
right,
and they allowed Canelo just to ignore this guy. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So that tells you right there something is wrong with boxing, where a man could be sitting under the WBC for 3 or 4 or 5 years and never get a shot at the fucking title, and the fans are cool with it. So I don't want to hear shit from the fans when this man to go ahead and move up and decide to do what he want to do. But they're gonna try to hold his feet to the fire for fighting David Morrell, who would have fucked up the whole opportunity if he would have lost to that guy. He been sitting there
Right,
waiting
right.
for 4 years, and here come another dynamic guy, you know what I'm saying, into the league. Oh, he got to fight him. He got to fight him. Well, why Canelo ain't got to fight this dude who been waiting 4 years?
Yeah, right.
I
I
mean,
want to see it. I want to see it as a boxing fan. That's all. But I see what you're saying. You know, on top, like Canelo really ain't fighting either one of them guys. We ain't holding the champion accountable. You know what I'm saying? The champion should be
right.
accountable to fight them top
He's
contenders.
undisputed. He's got
Yeah,
all the
right.
fucking belts. Nobody else can fight for a belt. Even
Yeah.
David and the two Davids can't even fight for a belt because this bitch,
He
Canelo
ain't got
Alvarez,
one.
got all the goddamn belts. He won't fight
Yeah.
nobody and shit, right? And so they're like, oh, he too big to fight. He do what he want to do. No, dog, that's not how this shit works. No,
Right,
you got to
right.
pick your poison. You know what I'm
And
saying?
that's
You
and
got
that's what I always say about these champs too. I say if you think you're so big that you don't have to fight these guys, get the belts up, man. I'm talking. I would call out
You
Crawford
know,
and Canelo. Just
you
drop
know
the
what
belts if you ain't gonna fight these guys.
you
You
know what
know.
the most toxic
Kagi,
line is
but
in boxing.
David did try to fight Morrell, and Morrell turned it down too. They say he wasn't ready.
You know
So
what
Yeah.
the
you know,
most
so they be playing games with this. David, he was talking shit about David, telling me he can't walk in his own neighborhood and all kind of shit. They'll take his shoes from him and all kind of shit. But they turned it down when David tried to fight Morrell. You know what I'm
I
saying? He
don't
said,
believe it anyway because I don't believe them guys gonna fight until they both got a belt or until a belt's on the line. They not gonna
and,
fight before that.
and if it was a free belt, I would be like, yeah, man, make that shit happen. But David
Yeah.
trying to get that fight with Canelo, and he don't want to fuck it up. So I mean, he been waiting all this time, patiently talking good about Canelo, till he just got pissed and like, man, this dude here is a punk. He's scared. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna hold all the
Yeah.
belts. So when David finally moves up, he gives up a goddamn belt. That pisses me off. That pisses me off. He gives up the IBF. You know what I'm saying? And he's probably gonna fight Belanga. He's probably gonna fight Belanga next. I'm like, bro, if
he
you
go
don't get your ass
he
up
go
out of here.
fight Malinga.
Right, and
You
right,
know,
and they're gonna be like, "Oh, Belanga deserves it." You know what I'm saying? Like, how did hell did Hamid Magia deserve a fucking fight, bro? You know what I'm saying? Because this dude, he's been in the shadows. He's been fighting at high school basketball courts around the country. You know what I'm
that's why
saying?
he deserved it. He said he got that.
It's like, bro, he done fought 40 fights. You know, the only fight we've seen is Derevyanchenko, who arguably beat his ass. You know what I'm saying? It's like, how
I'm
do
gonna
you
tell you,
deserve a
man.
fucking fight? How?
The worst thing that ever happened to boxing. The worst. Whenever you hear anybody say, "Oh, he can fight who he want," that get that fucker permission slip. That's a permission slip to duck. And I don't care who the box is. I don't care who the fan base is. It is the biggest piece of bullshit I've ever heard. Like, oh, he can fight who he want. No, but you gonna fight who we want you to fight, and that's
Right.
what you put the money behind. Like, for real, if these folks ain't gonna keep giving Canelo 30 million. Like, you remember when the zone was like, nah, man, we ain't paying for that.
Yeah.
But we pay you 35 million to fight. Who else you want to name?
But the problem is that his fans don't give a damn. They just want to see him fight. They don't care who he fight. they're gonna be there and they're gonna support Canelo.
But you know what though? Here we Canelo is widely regarded as the #1 in boxing, right? Because of gate and all this other crap. Do you ever hear about his buys? Do you ever hear like, oh, well, 30 million people streamed his thing illegally, streamed his fight? Like, no, you don't ever even hear that kind of crap that they tried to put on the Usyk and Fury fight and all these other. Give him a reason why the buys are so low. Because he's not doing that great. Because he's fighting cupcakes all around. That man done fought cupcakes for the last 5 years, so we shouldn't even be mad about it.
Yeah,
Who's the
I
last real challenger?
knew he was gonna do that after he took that loss to Bivol. After Bivol was beating his ass, I said Canelo ain't gonna fight nobody else real.
That was a cherry pick gone wrong
for a while. Yeah, he ain't know what he was getting into.
because if Bivol would have turned up, he would have got his ass up out of there.
Bivol should have got him up out of there.
He would have got his ass up out of there. He was looking terrible on them damn ropes. Boy, Bivol was going in on his ass like goddamn 6 unanswered punches and shit. I'm like, what's going on? Who's real in the building? What's going on? B-Rye87. What's going on? Grease with Fire in the building. What's going on, JC? I see what you're talking about. But now they're trying to push. Now I don't understand why are they trying to push this Bud Crawford versus Canelo when we know this shit ain't gonna happen. He just turned the shit down again, and they keep pushing it though. I mean, I think the Turk is putting these things out. Al-Sheikh, I think he's putting these things out.
It's good.
Go
ahead. Fool. I was like, it's good, man. He at least he exposing like, hey man, this man don't fight nobody with actual hands. You only want to fight motherfucker with paws.
but it's being promoted. I mean, it's over and over. You hear about them. You know how they be talking on it. The media be bringing it up. I'm like, why are they bringing it up? And the man done turned it up. I don't understand. I even seen like a commercial on the shit, like one of the fights we were watching live, and that they was proposing Canelo and Bud was gonna fight, and I'm like, is this shit signed already or something?
Mm-mm. You know what? It's a slick move. It's the same reason Ryan, Tank keeps speaking Ryan, because the person, they speak the name of the person that's way bigger than who they fighting at the time. And that gets you in the algorithm and
yeah.
You know, and that's just, boxing is fucked up.
But now we see why Crawford was over there, you know what I'm saying, over across seas when he was riding camels and shit. And he was making this relationship with all those guys over there, with the Turk Al-Sheikh, you know what I'm saying? There was, because we didn't know who the hell these people was. We just knew they were weird, religious folk,
wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
And what? because we thought this nigga was in with Callahan and all that shit, because he was over there talking to Tyson Fury and all that shit. And we was like, what this nigga from Nebraska doing over there? He's over there making relationships. He was making relationships with those guys, with the Turk Al-Sheikh.
Well, and Biggie Smalls them don't fuck with him, so he got to make other alliances, man.
Well, I mean, but we see that's what it is. Now, you know, that's what it is. Why not just come out to the public like, look, you know what I'm saying, I'm going this way, and let's see, you know, if we can get it, you know, big fights made. You know what I'm saying? They could have been like the first big fight over there. You know what I'm saying? Because right now it look like the PBC is rebuilding, because a lot of their fighters are you know, getting old. They done got older. And
that's what I was about to say. I think they're retooling, because they gotta get they gotta get them guys out of there. Like the older guys that ain't fighting that much. Yeah, they gotta get some younger guys going now. It's time to rebuild over there. You know,
I mean, just to keep it real though, it's gonna be some studies done on like the amount of fights that these guys had in the time frame that they were on the PBC. Like, it's really bad, and somebody gonna have to answer for that shit, because I ain't never seen folks with 18-month layoffs and no injuries. Like, dude, I'll fight in the skate rink too.
Yeah, but the thing is, they did have injuries. When you start fighting back to back, that's when them injuries start piling up. Keith had a good little run, but after that shit, after he fought Danny Garcia, what was the other Sean Porter? It was over. His career was over, bro.
Keith need to be an announcer. He can't even make it to a training camp. Yeah,
this is when I knew it was bad though. Keith was out almost 2 years and still had his belts. And I was like, what the hell is
because
going on?
that's how good he was. Because Keith has an exciting fighting style, very, very outspoken champion, and people want to see that. They want to see him bounce back. That motherfucker just never came back, man. I mean, 3 years later, he almost got knocked out by Riverside Rocky. Then Marius Barrios came in and gave him hell. I mean, hurt him to the body and shit. I'm like, Keith, will you get your ass on, sit your ass down somewhere, bro? Because I knew he was gonna be gone. If you look at Full Counter Boxing, I told you he's gonna be after he fought Marius Barrios, after he had fought Hodacito Lopez, he's gonna take 3 years in between. And he does the same thing.
The man just threw a punch. The man just threw a punch and tore his bicep. You know what I'm saying? In training camp. You
got
know?
them inactivity.
Yeah.
It's like you're not training, bro. You sitting up there eating Doritos and shit and talking shit on fight hype. He's a fight hype fighter. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all he do is talk on fight hype. Every now and then he'll make an appearance. He too fat for his suits. You know what I'm saying? And that's all he do. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
I mean,
he should have never cut the ponytail off.
Boy, look at boy.
The hair was going backwards, man. He had no choice. He had no choice, man.
Like Samson and shit. So, hey, that was his superpower and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that nigga got a goddamn cow jawbone and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like walking to the ring and shit. Like that motherfucker cut that shit off. That nigga was fucked up.
Over.
Yes, sir. Cause like Keith Thurman and Tim Tszyu, I was like, that don't sound right. I was like that. Like, you know, then when they said Tim Tszyu and Virgil Ortiz Jr., I was like, that's too good of a fight. What are they doing? This don't sound right. You know, then all of a sudden here we go with the cancellation. And I was like, okay, here we go. I mean, I think they got this thing where they're putting up good fights. They just announcing them, but they're not gonna go through with them. And I don't know.
How did Tszyu, wasn't this his first defense of the title that he picked up from Charlo?
Who? You talking about Fundora?
No, Tim Tszyu. Wasn't his first defense?
He just lost to Fundora.
No, I'm saying when he got the belt, like wasn't that the first defense?
Nah, he beat Mendoza. He beat Mendoza first.
Okay, because I'm about to say Victor Conte. You know what I'm talking about? The older white dude was saying, "How you don't have a rematch clause in this thing for man, that is the wild."
I thought that's what they was gonna do after the suspensions, and I thought EJ was gonna get put on the back burner, and of course then Crawford talking about he want to fight at 54. And they got the WBO stepping off the belt. You know what I'm saying? They took their belt away from Fundora because he wouldn't fight Crawford, right? But Crawford is fighting. I'm like, what is going on, bro? Are you gonna fight at 147? Or what the fuck are you doing? You know what I'm saying? So he's fighting for the WBA, but why does this man have to get stripped of the WBO? Because they don't want Spence to be unified and shit. If you go in there and beat Fundora ass. So, you know what I'm saying? I mean, the shit just kind of crazy, you know? I mean, Spence, he could retire as a unified champion if Fundora would have kept the belt. Or, you know what I'm saying, if Fundora beat Earl, that's probably going to be it for Earl Spence Jr. So this is a dangerous fight for Earl Spence Jr. You know what I'm saying? He got to come in that motherfucker looking good.
And we don't know who his trainer is. Do y'all know? Man. I've been hearing whispers in it.
I mean, Ronnie Shields is down there. Ronnie Shields is in the area. So I mean,
Earl gonna get him a discount, nigga. Somebody we ain't never heard of.
I've heard that he's training with Blu-ray again. That's what I've heard. Somebody told me that he's training with Blu-ray again. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing at this point in his career, but
he's a strength coach though. Blu-ray don't do no real boxing training, right? He's just a strength coach, right?
Yeah, he's a strength. Yeah, he's strength, but he ain't just a strength. That motherfucker did some of his best shit up on the Blu-ray. You know, I don't know if he could resurrect his career, but he took forever to get back to him for some reason. I don't know why. You know, EJ is a stubborn dude.
I seen some of that Blu-ray training though. Earl with them 2 Rex and stuff, man. He might be like, shit, I can't do all that shit Blu-ray trying to have me do. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Shit might be hard on his body, man. You know.
But Blu-ray, I mean, it ain't like he just do it one way. He can tailor his shit to
Yeah,
the
Yeah,
thing.
that's what you gonna have to do. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
'cause he ain't
mean,
trying to break your client.
right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, broke his ass out. He broke.
So, but yeah, man. So it's just kind of interesting. Like these dudes, they make it to a certain level and they lose their drive, but yet they still move forward. And everybody's thinking like, hey, man, this dude is still the top. But they don't be like that, man. It's like they just be
Hey,
going for that bag.
but I want to ask y'all brothers, man. Now they gonna strip the WBO and they gonna put it up for Crawford belt. I've never seen that before. Fandora ain't even fought yet. How you gonna take his belt and put it up for Crawford to fight for it when he ain't even when he ain't even fought?
That's that
Yeah.
The
champion
same
in
way
recess.
Boots was able to get
Yeah,
Spence, the belts when they switch hand to Crawford. Like it was, they took that a month later. Is undisputed is just a title now. There's no way
Yeah.
these folks is fighting frequent enough to not have a mandatory sitting out there for a year and a half that's going to eventually strip them. It's
Right.
terrible. It's terrible.
but they'll make your ass champion in recess to move the belt on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then I guess you have the ability to fight for the belt. After you become champion in recess, and so Crawford got some powerful people on his side to look at the game like that. Cause Crawford ain't that smart, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man. Oh man.
What you say, poor head? What you say, he ain't that sharp?
He done made some terrible decisions. He got a powerful ally.
Man, Crawford is that kid that get these leftover shoes, right? And Spence that kid that got all the new joy. Oh, mama, that the 13s. Come on, son. Oh, that mama, they got the 8s. Come on, son. As soon as Crawford come in and whoop that ass, everybody like Crawford been getting whatever he want, man. He got no choice. He got one pair of J's. So I want to fight Pacquiao. Your wish is my demand.
So to me, they right now it looked like he got the option. So, he's in with the Turkish Sheik, Al Sheik. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's the sanctioning bodies are working with Crawford, and they're working in his favor. So somebody, I do believe they didn't want Spence to get those two belts. And I think that's the reason why they stripped Fandora, because they probably are, probably predicting that Errol Spence Jr. is going to beat Fedora.
I do think it's going to be a great fight, though. I think it's going to be a hell of a fight, though, Fandora and Spence, because they're going to both be throwing a lot. Earl should get him with damage body shots if he Earl like he Earl from before. You know what I'm saying? So, it's going to be a good fight, I think, man. But yeah, the belts.
Well, a lot of people want Wilder out the sport. Like this guy, Kevin Jeans, he says, Wilder's finished, guys. You'll see on Saturday. Well, I mean, if you tune it in, that means you want to see it, right? Wilder is somebody who brings eyes to the sport. And, what I'm saying, for some reason, he got a lot of enemies. You know what I'm saying? It's like the man is the one dude that would fight anybody, and he went straight to him. For some reason, fighters who think like that are scorned in the sport of boxing. Fighters who want to fight everybody, fighter who wants all the smoke, and people just make up shit on fighters that they know will fight anybody. Now, the fighters that cherry pick, they'll protect to the end. You know what I'm saying? We got this thing where now people they just make up shit. They'll come to your comments. Ryan was just said. They just said Ryan was clean. I'm like, bro, are you fucking stupid? It's like this.
Yes, they are stupid. Yes.
I'm like, are you stupid? I mean,
absolutely.
Come on. They just said he was clean, so shut up. And you be like, bro,
my stuff with this lace with THC, I wasn't getting high. Shit.
Or if they see Wilder lose one, you know what I'm saying? They see him lose one. They don't look at Joseph like he lost his fight with Joseph Parker, right? Joseph Parker had 3 fights, bro, this year. You know what I'm saying? Wilder didn't have any. You know what I'm saying? And so they're like, well, Wilder's trash, right? But no, man, my man was active. My man fought 3 fights this year, bro. You know what I'm saying? Don't you see how they set up Wilder? See, so this is disingenuous. It's a disingenuous shit for me. You know what I'm saying? They just want to see Wilder lose. They don't care what the circumstances are. You know what I'm saying?
Now,
These guys are not boxing fans.
what we have to look at too is before he got involved in that Fury crap, Wilder was fighting twice, at least 3 times.
Well, see, hold on.
Consistently.
See, this is the kind of language I'm talking about. It isn't a crime to predict a Wilder loss. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? It isn't a crime. Yeah, he's at the end of his career. He might lose. So what? I mean, do we need you to announce that shit to everybody? You know what I'm saying? It's like something like it isn't a crime.
Hear ye.
Yeah, it isn't a crime to predict a Wilder loss. Bro, we know he's at the end of his career. But what I'm saying is the fairness that we need is to have guys that are active fighting, right? It's like we let guys go for 17 months and then, they come into a damn fight. Most likely it's going to be a harder fight for them, especially if they got talent and stuff like that. It's like if you fighting a guy that's coming off 3 fights, 3 victories, and he's looking good in there, and you coming off a 17-month layoff, it's not going to be good for you, bro. And I'm just getting tired of seeing this kind of dynamic, and then people thinking, it's just that guy was better than him. Now, bro, they never would fight Wilder if he was active. Like when he came off that Ortiz win, you know what I'm saying? And you didn't see Joseph Parker trying to get in the fight with him. As a matter of fact, Joseph Parker, they dodged him when they had belts. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
and even before that, hell, 3 fighters in a row popped dirty. Before he fought Ortiz, everybody popping dirty.
Look, check this out. He must be never been over here. You talking about what is this shit about in your feelings, bro? We discussing some shit here. What are you talking about? It's like this is boxing, bro. What the fuck? How old are you? Man, get the
All right,
fuck
fellas.
up
I'm gonna hop back. I'm gonna hop back in the chat, man. I'm gonna be listening, man. Y'all take it easy.
Here, man. Get the fuck up out of here with that bullshit. I hate trolls. Fucking idiot. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm in your feelings. What the fuck does that mean, bro? We're talking
Release the
about boxing here.
hounds. They'll tell ain't no feelings in boxing.
Right. You're talking about I'm in your feelings. It's like, nigga, get that kid shit up out of here.
He got that
You know what I'm
puffy
saying?
energy.
Like, what the fuck wrong with these kids, man? I'm in your feelings. You're mad. It's like, bro, I hate these pussy punk ass boxing fans, bro.
Man, make slapping great again, man. We need that.
I'm in your feelings. It's like you're mad. It's like, man, if you don't take that little kid shit up out of here, man, we're talking grown man shit. Get your ass up out of here.
Oh man.
So, anyway, I mean, we need to see fights where guys are both active and they meet in the middle. We're not getting that. We're getting guys with advantages. They're not fighting unless they have an advantage. And that's taken away from the sport, from, seeing the true shit, man. What's going on cooking with Frank? What's happening, bro? And I mean, I'm just tired of it. These showcase fights. Yeah, my man gonna lose if you ain't been in the ring for damn near 2 years. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have that many tools. You get by on being sharp at what you do, knocking niggas out, having that right arm, that right hand short. I mean, he was missing. He was missing his mark with Joseph Parker. He could have knocked him out if he would have been active, but he was just off by a couple of marks. And we know Wilder depends on that right hand. And say all that other shit that Malik Scott is trying to teach him, that's not going to stick. You know what I'm saying? That's not going to work, not this late in his career. And I don't know. I mean, I'm not really sold on Malik Scott. I don't think. I mean, I think he's showing him some good things, but he should have been there with him when he was more moldable and he could get that into his repertoire. Going to the body, because he abandoned that shit with Tyson Fury. He did it the first few times, and then he went back to his old style. And that's what Tyson said that was going to happen, because it's almost impossible to teach a new style, you know what I'm saying, to a fighter this late in their career. So, it looks good. It looks good doing training videos, but when you get into the thick of things, he's going to go right back. And I don't know why he be trying to gain all his weight, all this shit, all this different shit that he's trying. I don't get it. These guys make some really bad decisions when they get up there.
Yeah.
I don't understand. If you success, go ahead.
No, I was saying, you got to put that work in and actually use it once you're in that ring, because you know, you kind of saw when Parker figured it out. He was like, "Oh, I can do this all day," and that's what happened.
Right.
You know, you got to be able
You
to like,
just
okay,
rush forward with your head, get inside. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Throw a couple of sloppy punches, and they gave him
You
the
see the
round.
right hand coming from I-20, and you like, yo, move out the way. What else he gonna do? Nothing. You know what I'm saying? He never
Because
developed a
he
hook to
wasn't
the body.
sharp. He
Yeah.
wasn't sharp. He wasn't active. I mean, that was his first fight back in about damn near 2 years. So
And
it's
the
like they
type of
know that though.
puncher he was, I was like, man, if he start ripping one of them things to the body, they gonna be ready to go home. They was like, fuck this, they ain't gonna keep. You know, stop it, hit them ribs with that.
And see, they know that though too, Steve. I mean, that's why he accepted the fight, because they knew he had this long layoff, and that's the bullshit of it. That what I'm talking about. It's like they know that this man he's not going to be sharp. He's not going to be like that. And
Mm-mm.
I hate the strategy of it. You know what I'm saying? For them to get a win off of Wilder. Now he's selling his name. So he might lose on Saturday because we don't know how much Wilder got left. Now, if he goes out there and he looks dynamic, and let's say he knocks Zane out, it's probably gonna be a hell of a fight. Cause Zane, he's a big motherfucker too, man. He's slow as shit. Wilder should be able to get through it.
Yeah. So
He
if you
should
think
be.
what do you think this is like Buddy was saying, you think this is gonna lead to an AJ fight ever? And I know how you feel. I know
Hell
how you
no.
feel.
I don't give a damn if Wilder had one arm. If he only had one arm, AJ ain't. As long as it's his right hand and shit. If he had one arm left, if he had his right arm left, they still ain't getting in the ring with that motherfucker.
He still ain't gonna
That is-
get it out.
Hell no. I mean, for some reason, he got a crazy a phobia when it comes to Wilder. That's just what it is. He says Bivol would fight David. He says, yeah, I think so too. He said Better Beef will fight David. He said they're gonna fight each other for the undisputed. Then either the winner or loser fight David. Either fights either way. Yeah, I think at 175, I don't think they scared of shit. Up at 175, that's a real division. To me, that's a real hardcore boxing fan division because they're not dodging shit up there. It ain't nobody dodging nothing, and they be going straight to the fights. They agree to the fights like it ain't nothing. You know, what I'm saying ain't none of this bullshit. You know, I'll fight them 6 months down the road. You know, none of this cherry picking.
Crap.
140,
Yeah.
175. They gonna fight your ass. You gonna get a fight at 140, at 175. All that 168, they trying to stay champion as longer than long as
Yeah.
possible. Shit. It's like, man, get your ass out the way. He said
That
today's
what it
athletes are not cut from the same cloth. That's what I'm talking about. Cooking with Frank. He says they got Wilder looking like Rolly in these training videos. What's going on,
Damn.
Philly Bull 91 coming in
Let's
here?
go.
What's up, bro? He says Wilder and Errol got heart. He says real champion regardless. More respect for them than anyone. Yeah, but that's the ones they want to shit on. You know what I'm saying? He says, who wins the rematch with Usyk? I don't think nobody gives a shit. Uh,
Mhm.
I don't think nobody give a shit about that.
Yeah, man.
He says that big motherfucker gonna try to lean on Wilder. You already know he already look like the damn a Buddha. That motherfucker look like a Buddha and
Man,
shit.
Wilder better be working on them uppercuts. I give his ass a treat. Come on in. Bang!
Man,
Go get
but
another one. I'm gonna serve
boy,
your ass up.
I thought I'd never see nobody slower than Joe Joyce. And I was like,
Hey,
that motherfucker be moving in slow motion, but somehow he get it there. He get them punches in. You know what I'm saying? He said that shit is crazy. Uh, he says a cook with phrase, the era of the fake champ. Yeah, era of the fake champion, man. It's like we don't have enough talent, man, to you can stay. You could. I mean, I'm surprised that people haven't ran for more longer than they have. You know, you could be a champion for a long time in each division because they just don't have the talent. You know, I'm looking forward to seeing Pitbull and what's his name, Matias, right? That's going to be a good ass
mm-hmm.
fight. That'll be a good ass fight. Um, I like to see the fighters that's active and get in the ring and fight. I don't want to see these niggas that's laying off and then have to get back, have to do a tune up to get back, and You should be fighting. If you fight in your prime, bro, you should be fighting as much as you can. And we're not seeing that, man. It's like we getting a bad product, man. When by the time it's time for these guys to get in them, he said the talent is there. He said the testicles are not. Yeah. And when the last time we seen Danny Garcia fight? Danny Garcia fight like it's a hobby. You know what I'm saying? Boxing is like a hobby to Danny Garcia. We just had Keith Thurman get injured. You know what I'm saying? It's like so it's gonna be another 3 years before we see Keith Thurman make an attempt to fucking fight again. So it's like, oh, he just need to go ahead and retire. You know what I'm saying? He says, Tank 30-year prospect. Why people be so hard on
That's cold, man.
Tank is not a prospect.
Hey, if you're a prospect, everybody want to be a prospect. Like the Tank was brought up, he was brought along, and a lot of these mothers ain't getting brought along.
I mean, anytime you touch by that Mayweather banner, you know, say you're gonna be successful. Except for Richard Hitchens, I don't know what the hell happened. He was in Mayweather camp. He just, I don't know. He just they couldn't do shit with him. I don't know. Or they were just too obsessed with Tank. They say they don't really concentrate on their other fighters.
Yeah, I can see it because you never see Leonard Ellerby with his arm around nobody else. I mean, look at how if you go back and watch like all the old fights and everything, and you see who's on that undercard, that's who being built up. Like they built Canelo from Mayweather fights. They built Tank from Mayweather fight. You're gonna get to see this guy. They built Pitbull from Tank fights. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. So you got to bring them along.
Yeah, and you know what's that guy named Cruel? The other little short guy look like Tank. That Mayweather guy. I mean, he look like he gonna be a little bad motherfucker too. Cruel. You know what I'm talking about? The other little prospect guy. Cruel something. He a little light skinned dude, look like Tank. That Mayweather bringing up. And they got another one too. They got like two of them. Crumel or something like that. That's another one too that be training with him. Got quick hands. He's even shorter than Crumel. I be seeing them in the gym and shit. So they got a couple of more good little prospects they training with over there. But and Crumel, he's building up the wins. Of course, he's fighting nobodies, but he got them fast hands. He got power. You know what I'm saying? Moten, Crumel Moten. Okay, it's another dude too that he be training beside, and he got quicker hands than Crumel Moten. I was just looking at the hand speed of them training. I was like, shit. I said Mayweather them got some little talent over there. I just want to see them.
Yeah, just gotta do something with them.
Top rank too. So I don't know what they doing. It's like, man, we could be watching those fights while these guys hooking up the fights that they got going on. And I think somebody else dropped out of the Crawford card. I think. I got heartburn like a motherfucker. I think was that Virgil? I think Virgil and Tim Zeus supposed to fight on that card. I do believe. I think them was the ones that fell off that card. I do believe. You know what I'm saying? He says Tank got in between 8 and 10. This is going to be hellified fight. In between 8 and 10. Oh, that's when you saying he gonna knock him out, YK. You know what I'm saying? It could happen. It could happen. But then, you know what I'm saying? We've seen some weird things this year. This year, you know what I'm saying? Dudes ain't on top of their game, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Crumel Moten. Yeah, that's him. He says that boy Shushu look real nice. So does I was talking about them earlier, cooking with Frank. I was like, where are they? They need to go ahead and get into the mix. We want to see these guys, you know what I'm saying? We want to see the talent spread around. I want to see somebody beat Keyshawn Davis ass, the businessman. I want to see Andy Cruz on the job. He looking real nice right now. Why are we not getting these fights, man? What is Top Rank waiting on? We need to see these fights, instead of trying to get them all to fight B-level fighters all at the same time, you know what I'm saying, on one card. We need to see these fights. We know who the talented fighters are. We just need to see them in the ring more. so we can, saying get behind them and like really follow them. It's like Cookie with Frank said, motherfucker ain't boxing fans, said they're man fans. He said, I'm a Tank fan, but if Frank whip his ass, salute to him. Exactly. That's all it is. They coming over here trolling. I said, you in your feelings, man. Get the fuck out of here with that, man. Nobody want to hear that shit. It's like nobody kill like that. We're talking boxing here. And we want to see more of it. And I just want to see.
Exactly.
I just want to see the guys active at the same time. I think that's when you get the best fights. I don't want no 17 months off here, 14 months off there, and got to get back and shit like that. Now and the other guy done fought 5 fights in a row. I'm like, man, I don't want to see that shit. I want to see both guys evenly matched, and that's when you get the best results. That's when you fight who's the best. Not these showcase fights, not these little strategic fights. You know what I'm saying? Where you're trying to catch somebody off their game. I don't want to see that shit no more. you know. And I think it should be mentioned too, tell you the truth. Says nobody beating Keyshawn, hold up now, fool. What you mean nobody beating Keyshawn? Shit. You think Keyshawn all that? I mean I ain't I just hate his Buckeyes. He's a Buckeye bastard.
Oh man, here we go, bro.
Yeah, he's a Buckeye bastard. And he always
Hell
talking
no.
shit. I want to see him go in there, challenge Andy Cruz. If he whip Andy Cruz ass, I say, okay, he's special. He's special. If he beat Andy Cruz, cause right now he beating people on Yidget's level. He just beat what's his name that fought Tank Pedraza, right? Pedraza old, bro. I don't want to see you beat up Pedraza, old ass Pedraza. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 4 or 5 years ago, Pedraza would have been a good fight for you. But I mean, it's time to step it up for real, Keyshawn. Stop making these bullshit videos where you talking shit on other fighters, and you barely went 12 rounds, two rounds of 12, right? You know what I'm saying? And anytime somebody challenge your ass, oh, I'm just getting started. I haven't done this yet. You know what I'm saying? They trying to throw me to the wolves. Yeah, they need to throw your ass to the wolves. Cause you talk too much shit. You know what I'm saying? With you bucking your eyes and shit on videos, talking shit. The Errol Spence Jr. and talking shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like get in the ring. Show us that you can fight somebody. He says, which is Shirley Vargas. That's the short dude you talk about. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I saw him, man. I was like, that dude hands are quicker than Camille Moulton. I was like, shit, Mayweather them, they got talent, but can they develop that talent? Do they have the time? You know what I'm saying? Mayweather could be teaching, he would be a hellified coach if he could get the fuck out the limelight and putting his money on the table and taking pictures of all his damn money. You know what I'm saying? Stop stunting. It's like, man, you too old for that shit. It's like, why don't you get serious and start teaching and passing that skill to the next generation? That's what he need to be doing. He says Keyshawn fight the right one. He's getting embarrassed, and Andy got his number. See, that's why he don't want to fight Andy. And see, that's the kind of vibe I'm picking up from Keyshawn. Because to me, if I lost in the amateurs, you know what I'm saying, he beat me, shit, I'm going straight to him as he get into the pros. What's going on? What's going on, DOG? He says they caught Wilder off guard. He said Paco was, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, DOG. I'm like, I'm tired of that shit. Them trying to scheme up on the fucking victory. That's how they got. That's how they. That's how they got. What's his name at 135 on Mickey Bay? Cambosos. That's how they got Cambosos in. Mickey Bay had been off about 3 or 4 years. Finally came back, and before he could get in good, they put him up against active Cambosos.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I'm saying? I'm tired of that kind of shit. Ain't no way in the world Camboso should have been fighting. Couldn't have been no damn champion and shit. No way in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Motherfucker ain't got no power. Motherfucker's a midget. You know what I'm saying? It's like if Mickey Bay would have had a couple of fights and shit, he would have destroyed Cambosos. But he says motherfucker need, and for some reason he can never get a legitimate fight. It's like his fights always fall through. Mickey Bay fights. Some reason he can't get. He always getting with janky promoters.
Yeah.
I'm talking about his fight. I think he's supposed to have a fight in Africa or some shit, and they took all the money and all this kind of shit. Ran off with the money. This shit was crazy. J. Wash 4 says motherfuckers need to fight Abdullah Mason. Yeah, no doubt. Abdullah Mason, man, he remind me of like he fight like Sugar Ray Robinson or some shit. The way he be throwing them hands. I mean, that boy, he's so technical with it. He's just sweet with it. He says, Moten need better defense. You know, I haven't watched enough of his fights, but I love the style that I see. So far, so good. But of course, he's still fighting. You know, I don't even think he had 10 fights yet. So he says, Cooking with Frank says, Keyshawn follows Bud advice. He said, if you kick my ass in the amateurs, I don't want no smoke in the pro. That's
You
crazy.
like, nah, bro.
But if you look at Andy Cruz, man, Andy Cruz is looking, man, next level. He looking next level, man. Andy Cruz is he looking next level, bro. I'm talking about he training with Jerome Boots, and you know they got that young Dominic Camp vibe, doomsday camp type shit going on. All they need is well, they got a Cool Boy, but Cool Boy fucked it up when he let Inoue Falumaloom his ass and stuff.
Yeah.
So Cool Boy, he done fucked up the record of the camp.
And then he, you know, went against the wishes, so they gonna spank
He went
him.
against what now?
The wishes, you know, the team that want him to go out there. Being Al Heyman them.
Oh, yeah, but you know, he wanted that would have been a big name if he could have got that win. You know, could you imagine what that win would have done for his career?
Oh yeah.
But see, I think that boy on that juice. I just really do. I think anyways on that juice.
Anyway, yeah, boy, he on that Tiger Bomb.
That motherfucker head gonna be the size of 2 basketballs by the time he get to America.
We're gonna be going at 8.25.
The calves, he gonna have them Pacquiao calves and shit, them Dragon Ball Z calves and shit. This is he said Dante says Andy Cruz old as Bud Crawford talking about Olympic niggas turning 37. He is he? How old is Andy Cruz? Don't tell me he old. Oh man. I never looked at his age. Andy Cruz. Let's see. Andy Cruz. Let's see. Man, don't tell me he old. I just assumed he was a young man because the Olympics and shit.
Shit.
He 28. He 28 years old.
Yeah. But you know that Cuba, that mother probably 40.
Yeah, he's he 28 years old. Let's see. He ain't, you know. I mean, he old for coming out the Olympics, I tell you that.
Oh yeah. That's crazy.
Let's see. Andy, yeah, he 28. Oh, that's his amateur record right there. That's like, ain't no way. This motherfucker had 140 fights. So I looked up there and see 140. I was like, God damn.
Jeez. That is crazy, man. But hey, I gotta hop off. It done got crunk over here, so I'm gonna start listening and defend my boy in the chat. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks for shooting too, Big Steve.
Steve, no problem, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Holla.
He said nigga probably had 1,000 amateur fights. Says nah, he had 140. Looked like he says nah, he's 29. He's 29 now. Well, he better get that fight soon as possible. He better get that fight soon as possible. But let me see. Oh shit, the day is what? The day Friday. Oh hell. Oh man, I got to get out of here. Hey, we're gonna come back, but we're gonna cover the fight live, guys. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how we do. We're gonna cover the fight live, and so y'all come join me. Of course, when the fight come on, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna do the pool kind of thing. We're gonna cover the Wilder fight and all that shit. So, you know what I'm saying? I see y'all then. I gotta get up out of here, y'all. I gotta go call the job and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate everybody stopping through. And yeah, just look out for me. I'll probably be on tomorrow when the fight. Wait, when did the fight come on? Hold on, wait a minute, cause this one of them, foreign fights. So let's see what time it come on. Let's see. Hold on, we got to see what time it come on. Anybody know what time the fight come on? Let's see, and then we'll cover it live. 'Cause I know them motherfuckers be coming on Friday and shit, and it's like we don't even be knowing. We be missing the day. We be talking and the damn fight be on. Let's see, what time? Time. Oh wow, the fight. Let's see what time that shit come on. Wow, the versus say. Anybody know what time it come on? Let's see. Looking at the fight. Look like it comes on. Oh, it should say 6 p.m. Eastern time. Let's see. It says starts around 7 p.m. Arabian time, 12 p.m. on Saturday. Okay, June 1st. Wilders they should make their way around the ring about 1 a.m. But we're gonna watch the other fights too. So see you guys tomorrow. Well, damn, this nigga. Okay, I'm kind of confused because it's 1 p.m., 7 p.m. So about 7 p.m. tomorrow, we'll see what's popping. I said we'll go live 7 p.m. tomorrow. See you guys 7 p.m. tomorrow, man. I said I gotta go get some shit done, man. We'll catch you guys then. Peace out, y'all.